So only yesterday, we broke the news on this channel about the story about the killing of three policemen. It was quite horrific about what had happened to Oji River access of Enugu State. But by the way, this thing happened at Achi. Achi is a town inside the Oji River local government area. We would speak to these issues today because we have someone who witnessed what happened yesterday via the phone this morning. He's a chairman of the Achi Security Group. His name is Henry Achiekwelu. Achiekwelu. Achiekwelu, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Today is Wednesday and it's the day after the killing of three policemen. I hear that you have all the details of what happened. Can you tell us what really happened?
Well, whatever information I'm going to give you is news I gathered from is a witness account because I wasn't present when the shooting took place. But I was in Achi when the incident happened, and I gathered from witnesses that.
So I'm sure that you trust your sources, isn't it?
Pardon?
I'm sure that you trust your source. I mean, you are saying that it's an eyewitness account that you gathered this information from somebody else. So are you trying to say that you don't trust the source?
No, I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying that I did not witness it firsthand. But with eyewitness account, that's what I'm divulging. As the head of the security, Achi Central Security network security, I was told what happened, and I made inquiries from the boys, our boys who were on ground, and they got all this information to me.
Okay, please go ahead.
The incident took place. Yeah, the incident took place, and from what we gathered, these people came in an unmarked vehicle, and then they were asked to open their boots.
Okay, please, hello, Henry. Can you speak up a little bit?
Yeah.
You know, can you raise your voice a little bit because you're actually speaking.
Okay. All right then. Okay, yeah. So, as I gathered, these people, they came and they crossed the roadblock because I had passed the roadblock a few minutes before this incident, and then they were asked to open their boot. The same thing what happened to me when I crossed there. They asked me to open my boot, and I opened my boot, and there was nothing, and they let me know. When they were asked to open their boots, suddenly they opened fire on the policeman, and then consequently at the same time they did fire on the vehicle. I don't know whether they poured some petrol on it, but it caught fire. And as I gathered, one policeman was inside the vehicle and he got burnt to death.
Wow. But in that axis, is that like a static police checkpoint? Was there any issues that you would say led to this particular killings?
Well, that very particular place, we do have series of checkpoints. Achi Central Neighborhood Watch, they do patrol there, they do stay around that area. And incident, but that very day, yesterday was a market day. And I saw them, not that I didn't see them. It was a market day, a K market. And then I went to the market myself and I was coming back and they were still there. It was only when I got home that I heard that there was an attack, which was like 5 minutes later. So it's normal for the police to come set a checkpoint there. So what precipitated the incident is what I can't really put my fingers on.
All right. I mean, it's really saddened by what we have heard, the killing of policemen, even though we've heard that severally. But for it to happen in Achi, in Oji River, I mean, it's scary. And then, in fact, it's maybe the first time just about when we're hearing something like this happen in Achi. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is the first time that has ever happened in Achi.
No, we've had an incident. That's the reason why Achi Central Neighborhood Watch was set up in the first place. We had the brutal killing of two brothers, one a former local government chairman and commissioner in the Enugu State government. He was brutally gunned down in Achi as well, in my village there, with his elder brother. So that gave rise to the formation of Achi Central something we really want Achi to be known for, but it has happened and it has happened.
Now, the killing of these two brothers, did it happen recently? Was it something that happened
It happened
this year or
about
last?
2.5 years ago. It happened about 2.5 years ago. And then we formed these Achi people came together, these traditional rulers of Achi. We have 12 autonomous communities. They came together and appointed a security committee. That security committee was created to ensure we secure our borders with other towns and ensure that such a repeat incident does not happen again. You know, in the process of doing that, we did set up barriers. We had a vigilante that was registered with the state government, and they were going about their lawful duties every day, you know, patrolling within certain times of the day. And then before this incident, they were on duty that very day, but they were just the very place the police were staying is very, very close to where they were staying, where they mount their own, not that they mount checkpoint, they stay in strategic places because their focus is kidnappers when they come to ensure that they don't get out of our town like that. Because of that, we have mounted barriers all over the town, exit and entry points of Achi. We have barriers mounted for instance, this incident that occurred, by the time we got to the barriers, they were gone because they left within minutes of the attack. So by the time the news filtered in, they were already gone. So we could not even effect closing down the barriers. And even if we closed them down at that point, it would not be effective for that purpose.
Okay. So you told us that the two brothers were killed brutally, and that's the reason why the community set up the network. I mean, what's the collaboration like between the security network in the local government and the police? What's the relationship like? And if you can, what happened? How did the two brothers die? Did they die because it was a security breach as a result of lack of police, or it was unknown gunmen or kidnappers who breached the security in that access?
Well, in the first place, I wouldn't say it was a security lapse, but in Achi as a whole, there's no police station. So we're in close proximity to River, which has a police station covering Achi, and then he had a police station covering the town. So I'm not so sure about whether it was a security breach because these gentlemen were not. They went for a burial, and on their way out of that place, those people picked one of them up, no, the two of them up, and then I think there was some resistance, and they were brutally killed. That was it. So we don't know now because we don't have a full report from the police what really transpired because it's the result of their report, or rather result of their investigation we can rely on. So all right now is an unsolved murder as far as we're concerned because they haven't come out categorically to say that it's either a kidnapping or a brutal murder. But from our own perspective, we think it's a kidnapping that went out. And then on the second, there was something you talked about is a security breach. We don't have a police station in action, so it could be they could come in easily and go out easily. That's another thing. We have in the past, as a member of the security, I'm a member of the security unit in the local government, so I attend meetings of the Security Council in the local government. There's been concerted effort by the government to secure River because it's a border local government with Anambra, E1 and other states. So there's a concerted effort by the government to secure the area, but you can see from this killing that probably it's not enough.
All right. How is the community right now this morning? I mean, I understand that yesterday there was this panic in town regarding that development. But how is it now? Is it calm? Are people going about their businesses? Are the police down there? Are they taking away the vehicles and those who are victims of that particular incident?
Could you repeat the last sentence?
I said, like, how is the community right now? What is the situation right now? Is it a calm environment? Have the police come to, take away the vehicle at least that got burnt, and then the policemen who were killed, have they taken them away from there?
Oh yes, there's quite all right. There's apprehension in the community when such a thing happens. There's always apprehension. The vehicle has been taken away yesterday, and the corpses have been removed at the same time. So, but there's this apprehension in the community because they always fear some kind of backlash. And already, as I gathered this morning, some joint task force came in yesterday, but I'm not too sure about. I need to have that credible information first, but I heard it as so that they came in yesterday. So this morning, as I was leaving town, I left the village. I'm on my way to it, and I noticed that the shops are not open as they were. I wanted to pick up something from the market square. The lady I buy stuff from was not there, and it was attributable to what happened the previous day, because the previous day is a market day, and people who are selling the next day, like today, have to pick up stuff from the market to sell in the market in the subsequent days. And then, since there was no market yesterday, obviously there's nothing for them to do today. So you can see this has a ripple effect on the traders and then the community as well, because such an incident is a rarity. So they would not want to come out just like that, because as such things do happen in the past, it's a precedent that when killings of that nature happen, the security agents come in and try to arrest people, and of course there's apprehension and tension in the community now.
All right, Henry, I just want to appreciate you for talking to us a little bit about that, what has happened in Achi yesterday. It's just so sad and so unfortunate, and I just hope that those who have perpetrated this evil will be brought to book. Many thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Signature TV, news in your pocket.